So here's something we've not talked about yet, Sven, that I want us to talk about: ethics. And I
Wow.
don't mean a county in the south of England.
Ethics, it's interesting. I mean, I'm from the northern parts of Norway. We don't understand the concept of ethics.
I don't believe that for a minute. What do you mean you don't understand the concept of ethics?
Oh, we are like the free-spoken persons of Norway. We could curse. Actually, we're allowed to say stuff to the police that people in the south are not allowed to.
Literally.
Literally.
Like what?
Like,
I don't think we should go into that
no,
for the Norwegian
no,
viewers.
let's not. But
Let's not.
actually, in the courts of law. So,
Wow. So here we are. So here's a bit of a social context. So maybe the context that you're in informs ethics. I don't quite buy that. You see, I was taught by a friend and colleague about dark facilitation. You know, it's that facilitation where you go into a session and you leave and you think you've had your own insightful idea. And then maybe you deconstruct it a bit and you think, hang on, it was really a bit of a magic trick. It was a session that was constructed to get me to that at that point. Now you're nodding, Svenari. What's behind that?
I'm thinking, I'm starting to understand. I have experienced this. So you have a session, but you plan for an outcome. So you really bypass the session. There's a process that is designed to get this outcome, and you could have just really decided that as a manager or a leader. It's really a decision that's already made.
But for me, it's more about something where the participants are being manipulated into an outcome through the facilitative process. It's not necessarily that it's hidden, but actually it's not just that it's not known. It's actually this is a facilitation process designed to manipulate. Now, maybe all facilitation processes are.
Because I'm from northern Norway. But no, I know what you see. But if you step into that room and we stand there as facilitators going to aid the process, and the process is open and the participants own the output, if you step over that line and go into the mode of dark facilitation, I think you're right. It's a question of ethics that we should be aware of and have discussions about.
So, I mean, we in all these little videos, we try and get to like, well, here's the thing, here's the practical thing, here's the little bit you can take away. I mean, for me, with ethics, I think it's a question of doing my job in a way where I can walk away comfortably, and where there is long-term impact. I mean, I come from a lean management background. There's this whole kind of respect for people principle, which is often discussed. But for me, there's something about a genuinely sustainable business, a genuinely maybe Bærekraftig business,
That's
being
the
one
word.
which behaves ethically. And I think our facilitation needs to reflect that. And I don't think and I think the takeaway is to, as a non-ethical Northern Norwegian, what's your takeaway?
Well, for me, it's about living up to what you actually present, to living up to what you promise the participants. And that's, for me, that's a checklist. We often start our sessions with say, so these three things are important to us. You should experience this as you're being involved, it's democratic, and we do show respect for people. These three things. And if they don't experience that, that's my checklist.
Thank you. What's your ethical hints? What keeps you on the straight and narrow? Would you fit in well in Northern Norway? Let us know.